I'll tell you what. I think the media is among the most dishonest groups of people I've ever met. They're terrible. I think the New York Times is one of the most dishonest media outlets I've ever seen in my life. The worst. The worst. The absolute worst. They have an agenda that you wouldn't believe.
A year ago, you told me on my radio show, the audio and the transcript are out there on YouTube, that you would release your tax returns. True. Are you going back on your
No, I'm not.
commitment?
First of all, very few people listen to your radio show. That's the good news. Let me just tell you. Which happens to be true. Check out the ratings. I funded you.
The
I
reason
funded him.
You're welcome to have the check back.
I funded this guy.
Because let's be clear.
Him a check.
Yeah, you gave me $5,000.
You never funded me.
And by the way, let's be clear. Donald claims to care about
but he sent me his book with his autograph.
Donald, I understand rules are very hard for you. They're very confusing.
I have his book.
Okay,
on your reality TV show, not in
Thank you for the book.
Donald,
thank you for the book. Go ahead.
Donald, you can get back on your meds now.
There's a lot of fun up here tonight, I have to tell you. Thank you for the book.
Donald, relax.
Go ahead. I'm relaxed. You're the basket case. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't get nervous.
I think he's generally a good person. But you know what? He had no business being president of the United States. And if I thought he did, I wouldn't be running. I'd be helping him.
You need a strong, tough leader to restore America's greatness. And this is the best person to do that.
Trump took the opportunity to take more shots at Rubio, hailing Christie for his devastating debate assault on the Florida senator 3 weeks ago in New Hampshire.
I watched Chris do a number on him. I've almost never seen a meltdown like that in my life. And you know, it's interesting about people who choke. I'm, believe it or not, a good athlete. I've watched people choke over the years. And once a choker, always a choker. It never, ever changes. And that was one of the epic meltdowns. He didn't know where he was. I thought he was gonna die. Good going, Chris.
Let me tell you something. Last night in the debate, during one of the breaks, two of the breaks, he went backstage. He was having a meltdown. First, he had this little makeup thing applying, like, makeup around his mustache because he had one of those sweat mustaches. Then he asked for a full-length mirror. I don't know why, because the podium goes up to here, but he wanted a full-length mirror. Maybe to make sure his pants weren't wet. I don't know.
Okay, that was part of a long broadside Rubio made against Trump today, which included Rubio repeatedly calling Trump a, quote, con man, and mockingly reading aloud a series of Trump tweets, which included a number of misspellings.
Here's the first one. Lightweight Marco Rubio was working hard last night. This is true. The problem is, he is a chalker. And once a chalker, always a choker. I guess that's what he meant to say. He spelled choker, C-H-O-K-E-R, chalker. No, this was him about himself, okay? Great honer. I think he meant to say great honor. I don't know how he got that wrong because the E and the O were nowhere near each other on the keyboard. Great honer. Just like Trump Tower, he must have hired a foreign worker to do his own tweets.
It's Rubio. That's what it. Here's a guy. He's a nervous basket case. Here's a guy. You had to see him. Wait, you had to see him backstage. He was putting on makeup with a trowel. I will not say that he was trying to cover up his ears. I will not say that. No, he was just trying to cover up. He was just trying to cover up the sweat.
It says 5 things. Everyone's dumb. He's going to make America great again. We're going to win, win, win. He's winning in the polls. And the lines around the states. So your only thing is to get rid of the lines around the states. What else is part of your health care plan? Your ties and the clothes you make is made in Mexico and in China. So you're going to be starting a trade war against your own ties and your own suits.
But you wouldn't know anything about it because you're a lousy
Well, I don't know anything about bankrupting 4 companies. Here's a guy that inherited $200 million. If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan. If he builds the wall the way he built Trump Towers, he'll be using illegal immigrant labor to do it. You're the only person on the stage that's ever been fined for hiring people to work on your projects illegally.
One Democratic opposition research firm said they've spent the past 8 months compiling material on Trump as he's risen up the ranks. And that researcher estimated that of all the material they've compiled, court and property records, newspaper clips, and video, approximately 80% of it has yet to surface in this election cycle.